see. Now, this is a video that was probably expected. If you watch my content in general, you probably knew that I was probably going to make a video on this. But yeah, new hero in Save the World. A lot of people are saying that she's bad, not even working, anything like that. But I haven't used her yet. I just got her, so I think my initial reaction will be this video. So if you're curious of what I think just watch the entire video and you'll see what my opinion on her is. But basically, a new hero, Prickly Patroller Ramirez. She's a cactus, and honestly, I think having her in Save the World is cool, just in general. Just having the skin and to Save the World is nice. But her perk, her standard perk, is called Prickly. Enemies that land melee attacks take 10 base damage. So that basically means if you get hit by a husk, they are taking 10 base damage. So they're taking 10% of their health. So I believe if they hit you 10 times, they should die. I think personally this hero would be good in support only. Her commander perk, which is the exact same thing, except it's 15 base damage and then plus an additional 5 base damage per second for 3 seconds. So 20 base damage instead of 10, it's 5. So running her lead could be pretty good, but I really don't think she would be that good. I mean, it's kind of harder to tell without running her, but I think she will be really good in support. So yeah, let's just run her. I'm going to show you the loadout that we're going to be running. We're going to do a melee loadout because I think melee is kind of like the thing that it fits the best. If you haven't checked out, I think I ran this loadout back with the Ravager, I think, or with the Ear Splitter. No, I ran in this with the Ear Splitter. So if you haven't checked that video out, go check that out. Otherwise, I did mention how like coconuts isn't something that's necessary. I personally don't like looking around for coconuts, so we're going to be running Prickly, which hopefully it does something. I don't know. Well, running a melee, hitting enemies, and they're hitting me, they're bound to take a little bit more damage, and we're going to be able to kill them. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Otherwise, yeah, this is a load that we're going to be running. Paleo Luna in lead, of course, hide and focus and support, blast from the past, of course, assassination, Prickly in battle beat, just for that increased attack speed. And then I think we'll probably just run like the Ravager or something, some basic melee weapon. So yeah, nothing really crazy. Yeah, I think probably most likely the Ravager, maybe even like the Spectral Blade, but the perks are there. Triple attack speed for Paleo Luna, of course. Otherwise, yeah, let's just jump right in the mission, test out this hero and see what she can do. Alrighty, we're in a mission now. There is something to note because I just realized this hero is quite useless in one scenario. Well, probably more than one. But if you're running a mission that has life leech and enemies are hitting you and they just heal off of you from hitting you, Prickly Patroller is going to be one of the worst heroes if you're running that mission. So I just swapped missions. We were running an RTD, but it had life leech. So now we're doing a repair that has healing death burst instead of life leech. And healing death burst is even almost as worse because once you eliminate an enemy, that enemy that was hitting you is going to get that health back. So not really crazy. Now, if you want to see how this hero works, basically, if I walk up to an enemy and they hit me, it kind of does an explosion damage almost. 54,000 health or damage basically to that enemy. Dang, I was really low health. 54,000, which is like the base. So they have around 540,000. So if they hit you 10 times, 54,000 damage is just about where it's at. Now, a lot of people are saying run this with Swamp Knight in support because, I believe with the less health that you have, the more damage you do or something with Swamp Knight. So, and with Prickly Patroller, you basically are kind of saving your life from the amount of damage that you aren't doing, if that makes sense. Or the amount of damage that is being taken by the enemies. So it's kind of interesting how this works. I mean, in the scenario, if you just don't care, or like you're kind of go AFKing a lot or something like that, and you just want an enemy to hit or an enemy to not kill you, I guess you can run this loadout. I'm probably going to die here. Oh, I saved my life at the last second. Yeah, see, like it just isn't really worth it. I feel like you rely too much on, they're thinking about like hitting, like, okay, the way I see it is like they're thinking about, oh, I'm tired of an enemy hitting me. What if they just took damage while they hit me? It just isn't good. I feel like maybe the base damage could be increased. Maybe instead of 10, maybe it's like 20 in support. And then rather than 20 being the lead, it could be like 50. I know it's kind of insane. So like if an enemy two-shots you in lead, it basically dies. But in reality, that's kind of how, like, it's supposed to be. Like the hero in lead is supposed to be insane. Like there's loadouts and whatnots that are broken and, there's different ones. But I really want to talk about how the fact that they keep trying to make these weapon or heroes, like they keep adding heroes in the game that are supposedly supposed to be good. Or like they're trying to make them good, but there's so many heroes in the game that are currently just broken, bugged, or just in general bad. Like look at Brawler Luna. She does like increase your crescent kick. No one is ever going to use that hero. Change it to something that will be good, you know, rather than make a new hero and give us a new skin. Like, it just, you know, like, I guess at the end of the day, they just want to add something new, give us something new, feel fresh. But in reality, I don't think that's what we want. At least that's what I don't think, or at least that's what I don't want. I think fixing the game in this general sense of heroes that are already bad is better than giving us heroes that are just even worse or just going to be bad in the future. So otherwise, let's just get into defense to see if this, you know, prickly patroller is worth running. I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, let's just get in the defense. Alrighty, the mission has started. Now I think I didn't tell you this, or if you're watching this video, the way to get prickly patroller is actually through doing 3 quests. The first quest is actually doing or you have to tame 2 raptors. You can do it in the same mission. Then after that, you have to ride a raptor for 1,000 meters. And then the final one is eliminate 50 husk while riding any animal. So it doesn't have to be a raptor. So yeah, and then you get on the third quest, you get prickly patrollers. So yeah, I do want to know, because a lot of people have been talking about it, and I think this is also something that should just be noted. Prickly patroller is kind of like a worse version of Swamp Knight. If you don't know what Swamp Knight does, basically he's exactly how prickly patroller works, but instead of base damage or physical damage, he does energy damage. So yeah, he's probably a lot better to run. And then alongside with the energy damage that the enemies take, you can actually run Intergalactic Can. And I don't know if it's resonant frequency, but I think it's Intergalactic Can. Basically he does damage whenever, or he does more energy damage. So in reality, you probably should just run Swamp Knight rather than prickly patroller. However, if you're just wanting to run a hero, I think, and like kind of like AFK, if you're in a mission, you have to go do something, and you know, like if you're in like a really small mission, probably like a under power level like 70, honestly, prickly patroller is not too bad. Yeah, because I mean, as you can see, dang, let me just use a spectral blade. Holy, oh, mini boss. As you can see, it's just not that great in reality, you know. I mean, prickly patroller is just kind of one of those heroes that you can just put in support if you want, but there's definitely better picks. Most of the heroes that do come out, or newer heroes that do come out, they aren't good. They're just something that you kind of have, and you know, yeah, you know. The last good one I think we've had was Chaos Agent. Chaos Agent was a great addition to the game, and whoever thought of that deserves a reward, whatever reward that they get over at Epic Games, because that one was smart. These newer ones, not really good. I think the way to improve prickly patroller is just maybe make it where it's a little bit more damage, or maybe even change it to like energy damage, something like that. I don't know. There's many things that they could do, and I just don't think that they're going to change any of it. So I'm not surprised that it's not going to get changed or anything like that. But there's really nothing to talk about besides the fact that prickly patroller is more of a filler hero, and one of those heroes that you can run if you have room. But in reality, there's better picks than her. Like I said, Swamp Knight's like one of those picks. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. I mean, I wonder if actually, let me see. He does take damage when I get hit back, but it's not a lot. That's like 8,000 damage. And now I think the 10 base damage is depending on the health. So like if a enemy that has lower health, so like if they hit me once, right? Okay, the healer didn't hit me. Let me see. Can I get this one to hit me? So that's 44,000. 44,000. So like if I hit it once, right, and it heals again, 30,000. So yeah, it's depending on the health that it has left over, which is kind of stupid. Maybe if it was a little bit more consistent, maybe instead of doing 10 base damage, depending on its health, maybe it was just 10 base damage automatically. So every single time it hit you, or like maybe after 10 hits, it's dead, or maybe like every one hit, it takes a certain amount of damage. I don't know. Prickly patroller is just not a hero that I would run. I honestly, I would rather run Coconuts. It gives me health back, and it gives me that damage buff that a lot of people like. So, that's my opinion on prickly patroller. I mean, I really don't think, there's definitely room for improvement on these newer heroes that they come out with. I do have to say, though, it is definitely nice having a hero that isn't animal related. So kudos to them to finally getting away from animal related heroes. That is something that I've always hated. I don't understand why they're so obsessed with animals, and they finally moved on from that. But prickly patroller's a step in the right direction, just not a bigger step on where we need to get whenever it comes to newer heroes. Otherwise, let me know what you think of her. Maybe she's better in like lower missions. I think she will be. Otherwise, yeah, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Appreciate it as always. You guys have an amazing night, day, afternoon, wherever you are, and I will catch you guys in the next one.